Hey choppers, before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment at the end of the video telling us how we're doing. We hope you enjoy this preview for A Note for Murder by Puzzling Pixel Games. Let's hit it, bub. The game is afoot. In A Note for Murder, a mysterious and cryptic note has been delivered to Scotland Yard, and Inspector Lestrade has recruited Sherlock Holmes and his team of investigators in stopping a murderer before he is able to commit murder. Now, there's also a chance that you could be part of the crime, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the cards and some of the gameplay to give you a little preview for A Note for Murder by Puzzling Pixel Games. The game comes with the deck of cards. As you see here, we have 49 cards in this deck. There will possibly be more during the Kickstarter. You never know what's going to be unlocked. I have them sleeved here, which might make the reflective light a little bit hard to see, but we'll get them up close as much as we can. It also comes with this card right here, and you can see what I mean by reflections. But on one side, it lists all the suspects in the game because the cards will only have the icons on them for the suspects. So this card is kept close at hand so everybody can reference it with the names like Professor Moriarty, Irene Adler, you know, the usual ones that you're used to seeing in the Sherlock lore. And on the back of it, it also has the weapons that will possibly use in the murder. Because basically at the end of the game, on your turn, you're going to be trying to deduce who the suspect is, their murder weapon, and the location at which the murder occurred. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. So the cards are set up like so. You'll have the murder weapon on top, the murder suspects right here, and also the name of the location at the bottom. Now, this is important it's set up like this because you're going to have to try to deduce who these are, and the card that will be referenced will be in your hand, but it will be facing away from you so that the other players will see. And we'll go over that here in a second. So at the beginning of the game, you give the deck a shuffle, and you'll shuffle out 5 cards. We're going to set this up for a 2-player game between me and Gothy, even though she's not here with me right now, but we'll set up our hands like it's a 2-player game. I will be on this side, Gothy will be on that side. So let's go ahead and get those dealt out. Now, once each player has their 5 cards dealt out to them, they are going to be dealt 1 more card. And this card will be placed next to the cards, but when it's added to your hand, it will be showing away from you so that the other players can see it. So let's go ahead and turn over my hand of cards so that I can see them. And just for the sake, yeah, see, I've got my cards here. And then whenever I'm dealt my secret card, this is going to be my secret one, it's going to be placed so that it's facing away from me so that all other players can see it. So I'm going to put it like so. That way, only the back of the cards will be available to me, and I can't see it. Now, this is going to be the one that I'm trying to guess during the game, and the other players will be giving me hints, and I'll be giving the other players hints on their card. So let's say Gothy was dealt hers, and I'll be able to see it. So let's go ahead and reference our reference card here and see who this is. This is Jonathan Small here, and he is at 221B Baker Street with a harpoon. Okay, so that's the one that Gothy is going to try to be guessing during the game, and it will face out towards me. Now, once everyone has their card and their secret card added to their hands, what is going to happen is that you are going to give one of your clue cards to the player to your left. Or in this case, I'll be giving it to Gothy. Gothy will be giving one to me. And this clue card has to have something in common, either suspect, weapon, or location, with the card that is facing us. Remember, that's Jonathan Small with a harpoon at 221B Baker Street. So we are going to give them a clue card. And if you have a card, or you don't have a card that has any in common, whenever you give them that card and play it in front of them, you have to tell them that it does not have anything in common with their card. Otherwise, they'll know that it does. So let's go ahead, let's choose this one right here. So I'm going to play this one out in front of Gothy, so that she knows that card has something in common with the card that's facing out to me. It has the suspect, but she doesn't know that. She'll have to be trying to deduce. what it has in common. And then Gothy would give me a card. We'd all have 4 cards showing towards us and 1 card showing away. So we'd all draw back up and add our cards there. So we'd start the game out with 5 clue cards facing us and our 1 card facing away. I still don't know which one this is, so I don't know what Gothy would give me. Let's just say she gave me one. Now, how play goes is whoever dealt out the cards is the starting player. And what they have to do is they show a card from their hand. Let's say I chose this one, and I play it out in front of me. And the player to my left either has to say, yes, this has something to do with the card that is facing away from me that I can't see. Either, yes, it does, and if it did, I would place it with the card that was given to me at the beginning, the clue card. Or if it's a no, I would place it in a separate pile over on the side and keep track of it that says, no, nothing on this card has anything in common with the card over here. And then play passes to the left. Oh, I would draw a card at the end of my turn to replace the card that I placed down. Let's go ahead, for simplicity's sake, let's go ahead and look at my card. Okay, I think that's Irene Adler, if I remember correctly from the card. Nope, I'm wrong. This is Rachel Howes with, what is that? The Swamp Adder and the Baskerville Moors. Okay, so that's my card there. So let's say I played this one. So yes, this one does have the Swamp Adder on it. So whenever I play this card out in front of me, the player to my left, or in this case Gothy, would say, yes, this card does have something in common with my card there, my murder card. So I would place it over here on the side to let me know that, yeah, something on that card does know. And then I would draw a card to replace it. And then Gothy would go and do the same thing. I'd answer yes or no about the card, and she would place it either with the card that has something in common, or she would place it off to the side. So the game keeps going along in that manner until it's on their turn. One of the players decides that they're going to take a stab at what this card is. So they will name the suspect, the weapon, and the location for their guess, and they will turn it over. And if they are correct, they immediately win. Game ends. That's it. Now, if they're wrong in any way on any of those, they place their hand face down on the table, plop like that, because they have also been murdered. They have not solved the crime. They have been murdered in the course of their investigation, and it's over. They're immediately out of the game. No drawing back up, no anything. And they get to watch as everybody else tries to deduce their cards and try to win. If nobody gets anything right and everybody dies, the murderer gets away scot-free. As soon as somebody else guesses and it wins, they win the game. Boom, bottom line. So a note for murder is a great deduction game. It's pretty awesome. We had fun playing it. So go ahead and check it out on Kickstarter. It'll be launching on March 12th. I'm Logan for Logan Chops Reviews. We'll see you next time. Happy gaming.